Hello everyone, welcome to our group presentation, and this is our poster. Okay, and our poster is about uneven distribution of education resources, which affects many students, especially in rural areas. We have divided the topic into 8 sections, covering different aspects like policy, teacher quality, technology access, impacts, and solutions. Okay, each of us will present 2 parts. Let's start it right now.
Hi everyone, my name is Zhang Zilei. My matric number is 231184. Let's start by introduction. Malaysia is a multicultural country with a national education system. However, its diversity has led to unequal distribution of educational resources, affecting fairness in education. This inequality has become a serious social issue. Although the government has made efforts to improve education, such as amending the Education Act 1996, the problem still exists. The problem of unequal distribution of educational resources still exists in Malaysia. It's seen in the rural-urban gap, racial inequality, and the gap among poor communities, especially in rural areas where resources and funding are limited. This project aims to explore innovative solutions to address these issues, focusing first on the urban-rural education gap by analyzing the problems and proposing solutions. Next, let me introduce the educational gap between urban areas and rural areas. In urban areas, the facilities are better, which support e-learning. The teaching methods are diverse. Second, there are more qualified teachers in urban areas, and the source of students are better. Third, it is easy to commuting. Finally, there is always sufficient funding for study. However, in rural areas, the facilities are lack. There is shortage of teachers. The poor performance and dropout rates are high. What's more, the transportation is inconvenient. Children always forced to work instead of studying.
My name is Yuan Lin. My matric number is 227151. And my part is government funding policy and the teacher distribution quality. The government wants to make schools better, especially in rural areas. They use a plan called the Malaysia Education Blueprint. There are mobile classrooms and libraries for faraway places. Poor students get help through programs like KWAPM, BAP, and RMT. The government also gives money to build schools and works with private companies for more support. And then the teacher distribution and quality. And now, new teachers must work in rural areas. Teachers are sent where they are needed most. The government also trains teachers better. They have CPD courses and make it harder to get into teacher training schools. This help improve teaching in the long run.
Hello everyone, I'm Sylvia and Shen Yitong, and my matrix number is 231517. Today I will introducing the section 5 and section 6 in our poster. Okay, in section 5 we focused on access to technology and online learning in many rural areas. Students don't have internet access to or digital devices like laptop or tablets. Some teachers also lack the digital skills, which makes online learning even harder. During the COVID-19 pandemic, this digital divide become worse and many rural students were left behind. Okay, now moving on section 6. Section 6, we highlight the consequences and impacts of this problem. First is educationally. Students in under-resourced schools tend to perform worse and drop out more often. The second is economically. They have fewer job opportunities and are stuck in the cycle of poverty. And third is emotionally. Many of them feel discouraged, frustrated, and even lose confidence. So an equal access to education doesn't just affect learning; it also affects lives. So that is why we believe this issue must take seriously. Thank you for your listening, guys.
My name is Faria Farah Urbana and my metric number is 226251. Now I am going to talk about some possible solution to improve education for all students. First, we can build more school in rural areas. Many children who live far away from school, they cannot go to school every day. So, if we build more school close to their house, they can attend classes and learn more. Secondly, we should train and send skilled teachers because we know good teachers are very important. We should need to give them support and rewards to work in poor and faraway places where they are needed the most. In third, we must provide equal learning materials like all students should have the same chance to learn. That means giving them the right books, school supplies, and other tools so they don't fall behind. In lastly, we can use mobile learning units. These are buses or vans with books, tablets, and internet that go to remote areas. This way, children who can't go to school can learn easily with helping of technology. This can be a solution. In conclusion, uneven access to education is a serious problem that affects many children around the world. But there is a hope with smart, affordable, and technology-based solution. We can make learning easier and fair for everyone. This goal cannot be reached by one group done. So, school, families, communities, and the government and private companies must all have to work together. By this, we can build a strong and equal educational system. When we join hands, it becomes easier. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you for your listening, guys.